Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a flip through of both of my journals, and we are starting first with the bullet journal because I'm already done with this one. This one is the A5 Moons Power Dot Grid notebook in the color warm brown from Tifosi. This one has gold edges and this one is really pretty, even though we can't see the gold edge anymore, but it's there. And then this is my current reading journal. This one will last me, I think, until August maybe, because I'm already past the half point of this journal. This one is the 8x8 square art heirloom dot grid notebook in the color brown, also from Tifosi. So let's start first with the bullet journal. So let's open up this journal, and on this first page we have my name page, and I have a post-it note with my schedule for Instagram because I was really trying to start my bookstagram and also mixing some bullet journal. So I really wanted to be on schedule to try and fix my algorithm and also my followers, and it's getting there. Then we have my title page for 2026. This one is really cute. I really like it. A quote page and an index that I still have to update on the last few months. Then we have my future log that I also fill up right as soon as I have the spread done, because I really want to be on top of my things. Then we have my year at a glance for the next half of the year that we already are in July. I have to actually fix my bingo because I forgot to fill it. So let's actually do it now. So on this one, on the first line, I didn't attend any concert yet. I also didn't get to go to another country yet. I didn't see any movies. I didn't go to a museum, at least that I remember. I did a no spending month. I didn't get another tattoo. I tried a pottery class. Actually, it's more of a painting the pottery, but it's fine. I didn't go on a date. I still didn't reach my savings goal, maybe towards the end of the year. I tried a new recipe for cookies. I didn't complete a collection for my own shop. I'm still working on that, and I'm really trying to see where it goes. I did paint a book edge that I also will post on Instagram because I'm really proud of it. I started a Polaroid album. I started to watch a new series that is Dark. It was recommended from my friend at work. I still didn't catch up with One Piece. I tried a new coffee shop. I cleaned out my closet. Oh, I baked cookies. And I watched the sunset. Okay, that's it for this bingo, at least for now. Moving on. These ones are secret because it's very personal, but I did fill it up. My goals as well, some of them. I don't think I'm going to do a goals page next year because I just don't use it a lot. I always have the same goals every year, so we'll see. My cash flow, I only filled up these ones, and as you can see, I didn't really did anything with this, but I saw a new layout that I think it's going to work for me, so I'll try it out for 2027. Then here is my content planner that I actually did, but I still have to fill up this, but it's already done, so it's fine. Then my waiting on, this is for my package, like things that I buy, things that brands give to me, so I know when the package is coming in and when it arrived. Then we have my wish list, my social tracker that I forgot to fill in June, my gifts idea for my friend. Then we have my vision board. And here we have my journaling prompts that I talk about every month. This is the one that I do at the end of each month to make me journal more about my feelings and about my life and things like that. So I already half done, I would say. Then we start with January. January, it's really fun. I really loved this lantern theme. I was also obsessed with deep blue at the moment, so I was really excited to do this theme. And I'm really proud of it. It came out really beautiful. Here is my January in review. I was watching Heated Rivalry. I also watched The Maid, the movie, and I also started the season 4 of Stranger Things, and I did the Drum Island arc in One Piece. Then we have my weeklies, and as you can see, I didn't fill up that much. I was still starting to see how I liked this layout, and just filled up some of the things, some of the tasks and appointments that I have this month. Then my Mind Unwind is a brain dump, so sometimes I use it a lot, sometimes I don't use it, and this is one of the months that I don't use it. Then we have my journaling prompts. Then we have my memory keeping spread. This one, it's really fun. It's really a fill up spread because I didn't have really that much to talk about. But I did write about the floods here in Portugal and things like that. So moving on, we have February. February is really pastel-y, is really soft, is really feminine, and I really love it. Also, if you are interested in any theme that I do on this journal, there are videos for any of these, so I'll leave the playlist down below. So here, as you can see, is my tasks, and I did a mess in here. So this is kind of my tasks / brain dump. So I did my tasks here, but also I was planning my content for Instagram. So I was really seeing how I would like to do things, like post reviews, post carousels for my bullet journal, and then also making some fun posts about anything. So I already did those things, so you can head up to my Instagram and check it out. Then we have my favorite in review. I was starting Dark and I finished Stranger Things. Then in anime, I was watching so many at the time. I still didn't finish, so. Then we have my weeklies, my Dutch door layout that I really like, and my journaling prompts. Then we have my memory keeping. This one was really fun because it was my dad's birthday on February 7th. So we went to a restaurant. It was really fun. Then I also went to this cake boutique with my best friend, and we had some cake. It was really fun. Then we have March. This was the apothecary theme. It was inspired by the Apothecary Diaries, so it was really, really cute. I really had so much fun doing this theme. Then we have my tasks. My Mind Unwind was empty at the moment, and my tasks, I did everything, I just didn't fill up. Then we have my weeklies. And my journaling prompts. What past experience shaped me the most? And this one is what is my favorite season and why. This one is not so much personal, so I didn't hide it, but it's autumn, as everyone knows. Then we have my March in review. This one I finished season 1 of Dark and I started season 2, and I was watching Hell's Paradise and I finished. Then we have my memory keeping. This one was just a fun game that I went with my friends, and also we had some pasta in a restaurant later on that day. Oh, and I also did the spring cleaning. Then we have my divination theme for April. It was really fun as well. We had all these tapes from Edie and also some things from Journal Say. It was really fun. This is still one of my favorite spreads. I just love the color palette and the gold and the rose gold details. It's just really fun. Then we have my weeklies and my April in review. So I was still watching Dark season 2, I didn't watch any anime, and I didn't pick any images to go on here. And April is the month where I start to have my journaling slump. I don't know why, but I just don't use my journal a lot, so sometimes I just don't pick it up, and then at the end of the month I go and fill in the things that I need to fill in. So then we have journaling prompts that I still have to write. And then we have my journal, my memory keeping spread. This one was when I got my first package from Hubman and Shopgirl. They asked me to film a video and I was really excited for that, so I put it here. I also got some things from Americana Sully and I got my Epimeal from Runa Maruti, so I put them all here. It was really cute. Then we have my cherry blossoms theme for May, as I usually do. This one was really cute. I always love doing cherry blossoms for May, so. Then we have here my calendar, my tasks, and again my, here says gratitude, but it's actually my brain dump, but I didn't have anything to write on here, so. Then we have my weeklies, and then my May in review. So this one I finished the Alabasta arc in one piece, and I also finished the Off Campus, the season 1, so it was really fun. I really like it. Even though it had some things that I didn't enjoy, because I read the books a few years ago, but it's okay. It's still very enjoyable. Then we have another journaling prompt. Then we have here my letters from Runa Maruti Patreon. This one I didn't have anything to fill in my memory keeping spread, so I only had actually this really cute card, and I didn't have anything else, so to match the vibe of this card, I post all my letters from, I think it was February and March. So yes, it was February and March, so it was really cute. You had all this frog and this really cute dragon, so I fill it up with it. And then, speaking about dragons, this is my dragons for June. This one I didn't use at all. It was really sad, but again, it's my journaling slump. I always hit it in June, and I don't know, I was very busy because I was trying to make all my videos ahead of time because of my vacations in July, so I was really running around. So as you can see, I didn't use anything, and I'm really sad because I loved this theme. It was so cute, but I didn't use it at all. And also I didn't fill in my journaling prompts. And then we have my memory keeping for June. This one I fill up because we had some birthdays for one of my friends, and she made all these cute little cards. I went with my mom, so we had 2 cards, and then I went with my best friend to another restaurant. It was so much fun. This one is, I had all these pages left, so I tried to fill up the best I could. So we had another day with my best friend. We went to another restaurant on the beach. It was so fun. And then here I went with another friend of mine to the Lelo Library here in Porto, and because I had 2 tickets that I got for free for buying books, so I went with her and it was so much fun. I also got some journals because they were giving on the street, and they had these really fun photos of Porto, so I knew I had to cut them out and make a spread for them. So I made this one, and also this one. And then in Lelo Library we had a spot for this Chinese author. It's Ai Weiwei, that it's a poet, I think, so I put them here. This is the translation. I bring flowers of gold, I bring the scent of the woods, I bring light and warmth, I bring the morning dew. It's really cute. So I had the opportunity to use these really cute Chinese stickers, so I really like doing my journal keeping and my memory keeping spreads, because I always use stickers that I have on my reusable sticker book. As you can see, I have some of them here. It's really cute. I have scraps that end up in here. So, and for this journal, it's that. I don't have anything in the back pocket, and that's it. So let's move on to the reading journal. So let's start with this journal. First we have my nameplate that I fill up always after I made the initial setup, because I want to be on theme, but I don't want to use anything that I might use on my initial setup, so I always use like the scraps and things that I didn't use. So in here is kind of like a compilation of that. Then we have my cover page with a quote page. Between the pages of a book is a lovely place to be, and I must say I agree. On this year I decided to make tabs for my cover pages and also my initial setup. So it's really beautiful. It looks amazing. Then we have my rating system. So at the start of 2026, I was actually also doing pages for my mangas and manhwas, things like that I did read. But then I decided to make a manga journal separated from the reading journal, but I still have the rating system for both. So I'm using the rating system named Peach, that is from Erin Smith here on YouTube, so you can check her out. It's really fun. It means plot, enjoyment, artistry, characters, and heart. And then I came up with my own rating system for my mangas. So it has plot, art, characters, enjoyments, and instead of world building, I change it to environment. So the acronym is PEACE. Then we have my books read spread. This one is so satisfying to look at. I have all the book covers and all the ratings. This one is almost filled in. I don't know if I'm going to use all these books, but I may have to do a flip out, so we'll see. Then we have my reading goal, that it's almost done actually. Then we have my books read by format. We have beige for paperback, brown for ebooks or digital. Then we have this green color for audiobooks, and then we have this blue for hardcover. This one I don't think I'm going to use because I don't read hardcovers a lot, but we'll see. Then we have my Maybe Next. I actually did really good. I don't write all my Maybe Next or my TBR because it's just too big. So I made this one my priority TBR. So I actually did very good on this. Then my anticipated releases, I actually didn't update anything else past July. So I don't know if I'm going to do another spread of this on next year reading journal, but I don't know. Then we have my challenges from A to Z. This is the alphabet challenge and my Read the Rainbow. Also, if you see any these pencil marks, it's because I'm already filling in some things for the end of the month in my reading journal. So if you see that, just ignore it. Then we have my bingo spread. I'm really happy because I'm filling in this so quickly. We have my year of Goober with all the baking stuff that Goober does. Then we have my series tracker. I'm actually doing quite well on some of them, but I have to dive right in some of the series just to be done with it. Then we have my Matrix, my book of the year. These ones I just fill in at the end of the year, so we'll see next. Then my stats, also at the end of the year. My first DNF was Game On by Navessa Allen. I DNF'd it because I saw some reviews of it and I knew it wasn't for me. I really tried. I read, I think, the first 2 chapters, but then I wasn't really connecting with the characters, and I'm not into very public scenes and neither play clubs. I didn't have the greatest time with the previous book on this series that I think it's caught up because of the play club and things like that. So also, this one is a throuple situation, but it's told as a couple. Like, girl, if you are writing a throuple, just do it. Don't make readers think it's not. I didn't enjoy that. I don't have anything against thruples. I just wished she made the story about the 3 of them and not just 2 of them. Then we have a little cover page for my book catalog, and this one is it's basically a catalog. We have the book covers, we have some information, and we have a mini review for my books. So we have all of these, and I made little tabs for all of them. And then we start with January. So my format for this journal is basically a collage on the center of the right page, and then a bigger collage that fills up all the page. And here I make all the book covers that I read on this month. We have God of War, we have Broken Whispers, Phantom, and then we have some mangas. Secretary Jean's Confinement Journal, we have The Tainted Half, we have Diego, we have At This Rate We Can't Be Best Friends, and we have Vampire Homeless. Then we have February. This one I read quite a lot. This one was inspired by The Year of the Horse that I got from Mochibujo or Ikigai Papier on the advent calendar. It was really fun. Then we read Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair, Hidden Truths by Niva Altaj, Bloody Heart by Sophie Lark. Then we had my 3rd volume of the Modao Joshi. Then we have Amon, Love Beneath a Blue Tide, Anxious Inspector, The Sacred Serpent's Seduction, Cupid in the Rainbow Trap, and Safe Partner. Then we have March. This one is Cottagecore. It's really cute. This one I read Kiss the Villain by Rina Kent. This one is still one of my favorites. Then we have Tourist Season by Brian Weaver. The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillick. This one was so good. Then we have the volume 4 of Modal Sushi. We have Chaotic Nights, The Nameless Flower, Garden of Recordings, Violet Romance, The Runaway Secretary, Home-Run Hearts, and then we go into April. And this one, as you can see, we don't have any more mangas or manhwas because in April I changed to my manga journal. That is actually this one. I was just updating this one. And on this month I read Hunt the Villain, The Modest Obsession by Danielle Laurie, and Fatal Collision by Arlie Beck. This one, since I didn't have a lot to tell about, I just made this page for both of them. I divided it in half and I made both of them in here. It's really fun if you don't have like a high rating for a book or you just don't have a lot to talk about. It's really fun to do these layouts. Then we have Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. I love this book so much. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Oldie Jackson. This one was my first audiobook and I loved it. Since then I have been binging audiobooks and I really love it. Then we go into May. On this month I started reading more and more and I'm having a great time. This one I also wanted to do Cherry Blossoms because I didn't have lots of ideas, so I just used some other cherry blossoms that I had on my collection. Then here I actually started the Adventures in Aldia challenge. This one is a yearly challenge, so I have prompts for each month, but I also started only in May, so I've been updating it since then, so I have prompts for all of them, as you can see, and I still have plenty of space to put the rest of them. Then we have my Goober Readathon. This was a challenge for May. This one was hosted by the Goobers Who Read. It's made by Chess or Chashi Corinne, as you may know her here on YouTube. And for this one I read One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillick. This duet is incredible. I loved it so much. I love Rachel Gillick. I'm going to read any book that she puts out. Then we have Powerless by Elsie Silver, another audiobook. Book Lovers by Emily Henry was also an audiobook. And yes, it says books because I ran out of K's, so I had to put an X because it was the most similar letter. Then we have The Serpent and Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent and Love Me, Stalk Me by Laura Bishop. Then we go into June. This month I read, before that we have my summer TBR and my bingo. So my summer TBR is all the books that I want to read from June to August. So we have some list here. I'm not going to complete all of them because it's 20 books. I'm never going to read that much in 3 months, but it's there. I have some priorities. So, and then my bingo, in June I did 2 of the prompts, and I'm going in July, and I also filled up some more. So then on this month I read Bad Bishop by LG Chen. I decided to not continue this series because I wasn't enjoying that much the first book, that is this one, and I also know that the second book, that is about the mailman character's sister, actually has the mailman character on that book shares the FMC, and I don't love that. I'm sorry, but I'm into the possessive obsessive MMCs, and I don't like when they share. So then we have Burning Daylight by Emily McIntyre. I also didn't enjoy this one very much, but I'm going to continue the series. Then we have the trilogy, the Shadow Realm trilogy by Brian Weaver. The first one is Shadow in the Reaping, the second one is A Heart of Bitter Poison, and the third one is A Queen of Broken Realms. And then we have Inferno by Luna Mason. This one, as you can see, is already made, but is for one book in July. So I had this empty spread at the end of June and I didn't want to waste it, so after July I made this one that is from a book that I read in July, that is Beautiful Venom by Rina Kent. So you're going to wait and see what I make in July. So after that I have some more made, as you can see on these little gaps here, but after that I have only these pages left. So I think it's going to be filled up in August maybe. So I'm already thinking about continue 2026 on another journal, and it's actually similar to this one but in the gray color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that one to make the later half of 2026, the rest of the months that I have, and then whatever pages I have left will be for the overflow of my next reading journal. So I'm going to use a new journal in 2027, but I also think I'm going to use just as this one. So for the last 3 or 4 months of that year, I think I'm going to need another journal. So this next one will be like the 2 years put together, the overflow of both of them. So we'll see when we get there. And for now, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I had so much to talk about. I'm not very used to talk on microphone as this. I'm used to do voiceovers, so bear with me. And I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!